Hey everybody, it's Dr. Ahmed Hafez. We have two new email updates from the NDEB, one regarding the AFK exam in August and the other one, the ACS exam in June. It's May 3rd, 2021. Let's get started. Welcome back. If you are preparing for the AFK exam or the ACJ exam, we provide a comprehensive, robust online AFK course and ACJ course, which combines both high-quality recorded lectures and live sessions where you could ask questions and have interactions with the instructors. So contact us and we could book you your free consult. Also, we could, if you are preparing for the DSCKE exam or the OSCE exam, we could also help you out with that with some of our online courses as well. If you are not ready to take a full course, check out our basic science book on Amazon. It's a short book for basic science exams in dentistry, or for dental exams to prepare your basic science part. It's a summary. And what goes along with it is our basic science course on udemy.com. I'll leave the links in the description below and a coupon for the Udemy course. So let's get right into the video. All right, so let's get into it. We have two emails we need to go over. The first one is regarding the AFK August exam. All right, so let's go through this email. It was sent mainly to the AFK participants that were registered for the Feb exam, okay? So let's see, that means technically like kind of opened up, they prioritized the Feb exam. The AFK August exam registration is not publicly open yet. So they contacted students that were registered in the Feb exam, and they're even the Feb students, they're not all being contacted equally. So that's what the email kind of talks about. Let's go through it. All right, so right here we have, further to our email dated, we have confirmed seat members and location for the assessment. Okay, so they confirmed their seat numbers. Okay, good. They're not telling us obviously what that is for the August 6th exam. So that means it's happening most likely. Please read this update, sure. Okay, the AFK is scheduled for this. The examination will be electronic, offered at Prometric centers throughout Canada. Okay. There are also centers in Australia, New Zealand, and the United States. Capacity is limited based on public health restrictions. So, still COVID is affecting the numbers, right? I just want to get to the point here so I don't take too long with this video. So things that you already know. The interesting thing here is I think with the Feb students, they're mainly they're giving them the Prometric. It seems like maybe the December took the in-class, but you can see in this email they're mentioning the Prometric and in different countries. Now, we will be using the time of payment. So this is the important part, to determine the order of priority. Okay, so those eligible to register will receive a survey to confirm their location preferences. So basically, they're pretty much now done with the December students, right? They already talked to the December students and they confirmed the registration. Now they have the people that were registered in Feb. Okay, now the people in Feb, they're going to start contacting them based on who registered for the Feb exam first. So based on, dates of payment. Okay, so, the first people that paid, the second people that paid, maybe by a week. I don't know how they do it, but basically they're going to send emails to the Feb students in batches. So the first batch are the first people that actually paid for the Feb or registered for it, and then the second batch are the people that came afterwards. Maybe it's a week or month difference. Who cares? Okay, so there is a possibility that not all the Feb people are going to get into the August exam. There is that possibility, because if they were sure that it'll fit all the Feb students, they would have just opened it for the Febs. They would contact all the Feb students, I think, right? And do the survey to all of them. So I think they're doing the sectioning technique because they want to see, can they continue? So let's say they divided the Feb students into 4, slices, let's say. The first batch, they're going to contact. If they all get in, maybe they could afford a second one, maybe they can't. And if they can, send the survey to the second batch. And if they all confirm the registration, then maybe they say, okay, we're full now, we can't take these people, but they'll get priority in the next exam. You see? So that's what it seems like that's happening, Because if they were able to fit all the Feb students in the August exam, I think they would have sent a survey to all the Feb students. Okay, just like how they did with December, I think. So that means there is a limited capacity. I think most likely they won't be able to fit all the Feb students in the August exam, unfortunately. That's what I think. I'm not sure. Of course, we don't know what happens. We don't even know if the exam is going to happen, which is a scary part, right? So let's continue. And you get to choose your location based on your preference. So that's cool. Okay. Okay, let's see. Our priority is to offer the examination to as many examinees as possible. We continue to monitor the COVID situation across the country. Examinees should be aware that it could be canceled. That's still a possibility. Okay, I know it sucks, but you know, that's what can they do. So the survey, okay, we will be sending the location survey to examinees in batches. That's what we just talked about, based on order of payment. You'll only be contacted once you are eligible to complete the survey. Okay. Okay, each contactant will be given a deadline to complete the survey. In the survey, you will be asked to rank locations based on your order of preference. We will use this information to assign locations. So as you see, they're gonna give you which locations you prefer, and each location that gets full, then it'll close up, and then, you know, and it's your responsibility. Please be aware of this, Feb students, the people that are already registered in the AFK Feb exam. It's your responsibility to make sure you choose a location that you could get to. So they talk about that here as well. So if you receive the survey and do not wish to register, please submit your response. So tell them that you don't want to register. And if you choose not to, you'll no longer have a priority. Okay, so if you don't take the August exam and you decide that you're not going to do it, you lose your priority from now on, right? Then you become, you know, you just have to wait for public opening of the registration for the exam. So like when it's open for the public. Okay, so I think that's kind of so far makes sense. So I would say for the Feb students that were registered in Feb, you know, if you get this email, I think you should take the exam if you're prepared. Okay, people are, you know, they're trying to get into the exam, and you're getting an opportunity to go back and take the exam. But if you can't and you don't want to, then if you choose not to, you're going to lose that priority. You just have to wait until, I don't know, maybe the one after the Feb of whatever exam comes after August. You'll have to wait for that one to open up publicly. Okay. Location listed in the survey will be updated based on availability after each group has responded. And if there's no available space in a location, it will be removed from the survey. Travel restrictions. So they talk about this. We understand that travel may affect your ability to travel. Okay, we strongly encourage all examinees to review public health restrictions and select examination locations with these restrictions in mind. So again, the NDEB is not guiding you on what the rules are in that location, like regarding, you know, the province or the country. You have to take care of that yourself. So if you go book your exam in Australia and for some reason you can't travel there, or you travel and you have to stay in quarantine, it's not their fault. You have to make sure you check the area you're going to, what their health restrictions are. If you're able to get there, that's your responsibility. That's what it seems like, okay? You can find current information over here, okay, on this website. As we have seen over the last several weeks, these restrictions can change at any time. Okay, please note the NDEB will not accept any exceptions to federal or provincial quarantine requirements. So, you know, you have to follow the provincial and federal quarantine requirements that's placed. You can't be like, oh, you know, I have an exam, can I do only 1 week? You know, you have to follow the restrictions. So make sure you plan your travel early. If you're going to a certain location, just study it very well and make sure it's your responsibility, okay? Assigning locations based on order of priority, time of payment, we already discussed that. Please only select locations where you could write the exam based on your personal situation, such as current location. So, you know, best to get the exam where you're living, right? So, you know, if you're in Ontario, try to take it Ontario. We'll reach out to groups of examinees until all seats have been filled. So what they're saying is, if the seats get full, we'll stop contacting you, Feb students, okay? So they're going by order of payment. Now, examinees who cannot be accommodated for this session will be prioritized for the next one. So again, you still have that priority if you didn't get the survey. We'll contact those who are registered to confirm their location, provide. So once all seats have been assigned, we'll contact those who are registered to confirm their location and provide a payment deadline date by which you must submit payment. Okay, so once you do your survey and then they confirm with you, you do the payment, and then after that you get the normal withdrawal fees. Okay, so that's the first email. So basically, as we mentioned here, let's see. So the Feb students, right? If we go back to our kind of table thingy here, our timeline, we have the August exam coming up, 2021. That's the AFK August exam. Remember, we had the December students and the Feb. So the Feb have already, the December students have already, they're done with them. Great. Now they're opening the Feb people to get into the August. However, let's say they split them into, I don't know how many kind of batches they're going to do. Let's just say they have multiple batches. They're going to contact the first one and see if they want in. They're going to contact the second one, see if they want in, and they keep going. And that's based on order of payment. If you choose not to take it, you miss your prioritization. Okay. However, if you're one of these batches over here that doesn't get contacted by the NDEB because the seats are full, you will still get prioritization for the exam after, possibly the one if they do one this year or the one in the next year. Okay. Again, it's your responsibility to make sure the location that you're booking in you could get to and you could follow the restrictions and get to that exam. And also, once you complete your survey and your priority of location, they will confirm with you your seat, and then you make the payment, and then after that, you're registered. All right, so that is it. Congratulations for the Feb students and the ones that registered or paid early for the Feb exam, I guess, because you're going to be contacted first. And good luck to everybody that's taking the exam in August as well, including December and Feb students. I know it's been a tough year for everybody, and hopefully this is going to help for the Feb students to get back in and, things go back to close to normal, right? So it will create some backlog for the exam after. So I think if the NDEB does open an exam in October, it will be, just enough to, let's say there's 2 or 3 batches remaining here, right? They will be able to fit those here. That will make everything actually back to normal, because now the Feb exam will have people coming from maybe the August. Well, actually, they might be able to fit the people that were originally coming for August, right? Remember how we organized them before? So let's say people in August are, C students here. We have the B, we have the A, right? So the people that were planning to do August before, other than the Feb and December students, the new students coming for August, they'll be able maybe to take this October exam. Again, I don't want to talk about this because people think it's actually happening. We don't know. I did hear that someone called them and they mentioned it, but it's not for sure. So, don't put your hopes on it yet until we see something official from the NDEB. Okay. However, things are starting to clear up, and if this exam happens, it will, fix the issue, I think, and then things will go back to the same flow. If it doesn't, then there's going to be some crowding, in the Feb exam of 2022. All right. So I don't want to take too long with this one. Let's go back to what's the second email now. Unfortunately, this is for the ACS. So this is the second point for June ACS exam. The Western University one, we regret to inform you that this examination will no longer be able to take place. Okay, so Western University has canceled its exam because of restrictions in Ontario, where it says they have to limit in-class activities to 10 people, even clinics. So the university is unable to host the exam. Okay, and also there's the stay-at-home order that we have until May 20th. So the NDEB decided to do this. I think it's it's not a bad idea, because they don't know if they're going to be able to conduct the exam. So if they wait until May 20th and then they turn out that they have to cancel the exam, people that are preparing, it's going to be very, disruptive for, ACS students taking the exam, because just 2 weeks notice, right? Like imagine the NDEB waited until after May 20th and then had to cancel it. Everybody will be mad because they'll be like, hey, it's 2 weeks away. So we prepared, we traveled. So the NDEB made the decision to cancel it from now so that you have, more time to prepare, and possibly if you haven't traveled, you don't travel then, right? You don't come to do it. So, I mean, it seems like a wise decision. Unfortunately, this is how it worked. And the rest of the email is just talking about, people that attend, they'll have a lot of costs. People that go to the ACS exam have a lot of costs, and hopefully having this early notice will reduce that effect. Okay. I think this will also kind of, it's just making things look better for the ACS happening in 2022. All these cancellations and unpredictability. My sense is that maybe most students are just going to be like, you know what? I'm just going to let this year go for ACS. I'm going to delay it for 2022 when the NDEB has their own facility. And I'm going to go and do that because it's more guaranteed that they're going to do the exam. There's no more cancellation problems. So it's interesting to see what happens. It just makes it more complicated to actually trust that there's going to be an ACS this year, right? You'd rather, I think, if I were like an NDEB, if I were doing the ACS exam, I think I would just be like, I'm going to rest my head and just do it in 2022. That's what I think. Maybe most people are thinking that way already. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the content of the emails. Again, if I feel for you, for everybody that got affected negatively from this, whether it's cancellation or, anything else. People are waiting for the August exam to open publicly. But for everybody that got in, good luck. And the ones that got affected, and maybe for the best, you have more time to prepare now for the exam. Just wait and, things will get cleared up. Okay, so that's pretty much it. The content, the info, pretty much it's done. I am going to do just one more kind of run to see any kind of analysis that we could come up with regarding the, regarding the concept here. Just kind of review it to make sure we didn't miss anything. Oh yeah, so the Feb people, I'm just thinking the Feb people here, if they split them into batches, that means, let's say there's a few students in each batch that decide not to take the exam, then they might be able to actually go through all of them, right? So imagine they're able to go through all the batches. Okay, because why am I putting these dots? Let's say like, a bunch of people from each batch say, I don't want to take the exam in August. Okay, they get through the entire batch. So what happens in this scenario? Well, that means all the Feb students had the opportunity to take the August exam, right? All of them had the opportunity to take the August exam. The ones that didn't said no. That means for the next exam that happens, I don't know when, it might be in Feb, it might be in October, who knows? But for the next one, it's going to be open now. There's no priority anymore. Do you see? So if the NDEB gets through the survey with all the Feb batches, right? And the way that would happen is there's a lot of people in each batch that decide they don't want to participate in the exam, so they could move on to, so that means the NDEB has more seats to fill in the August, right? And then they send a survey to the second batch. Maybe half of them say, I don't want it. Half of them say, do. Okay, they go to the next batch. I don't know how many batches they're going to have. Maybe 4, maybe 3, maybe 2. Who knows, right? Maybe it's only 2. I don't know. But if they get through all the Feb students, and the ones that are, and the only way that would happen if they actually, a lot of the students say we don't want to go to the August exam, and the ones that want to got it, then the exam after August, that will be open to the public. Things will be normal. It'll be kind of, fair game then, right? They'll just open it on the website and first come, first serve, whoever wants to register. However, if there's leftover kind of from the end of if all of these beginner here in the beginning of the Feb batches, those ones, they register for the exam, they fill up the seats in August. The ones in the later stages will get priority for the exam after August, okay? Which could kind of still lead to that, backlog issue. Okay, so that's it, I think. If you have anything to add to that in the comments, please leave a comment below so that everybody could benefit from it. Maybe you have an idea that I didn't think of. or there's something I missed, please let us know. Subscribe to the channel so you get more updates, and you're always aware of all our updates. And like the video if you like the video, please. And that's it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Also, join our Facebook group and our WhatsApp group for updates and help and guidance. We'll see you in the next video. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Please like it if you did, and subscribe for more updates like this. Also, check out our Facebook group and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. All right, and I'll see you guys in the next one.